We've got a headline that's shaking up the automotive world. Ford and GM are left stunned as some electric vehicle owners express surprising sentiments about their EVs. Stay tuned to find out what's causing this unexpected twist in the world of electric vehicles. Some owners of electric cars have expressed worries and problems with their vehicles. Among the difficulties they encounter include limited infrastructure for charging, particularly in rural locations, longer charging periods than when recharging gas-powered vehicles. EVs have higher initial expenses than certain gasoline-powered vehicles, but they may have cheaper long-term costs. Additionally, they may experience range anxiety, especially on extended travels. Furthermore, some owners might miss certain features of gasoline-powered vehicles, such as the comforting sound or the refueling procedure. One major obstacle is still the lack of adequate infrastructure for charging, particularly in rural regions where there are fewer charging stations. For extended trips, it may cause range anxiety and restrict convenient travel. Even with fast charging alternatives, recharging an electric vehicle can take much longer than refueling a gas car. For trips where time is of the essence, this may be inconvenient. Compared to comparable gasoline-powered vehicles, electric vehicles often have a greater initial cost of purchase. But over time, this can be mitigated by reduced operating costs and government subsidies. When traveling long distances or being unfamiliar with the charging infrastructure, the worry of running out of battery before reaching a charging station can be very real. Some owners might miss the comfort of speedy refilling, the familiar feel and sound of gasoline engines, or the greater selection of vehicles offered in the gasoline category. America's most famous carmaker, Ford, is in a difficult situation. On one side, they're making significant investments in the development and introduction of new EVs as part of their aggressive push towards an electric future. However, their electric fantasies aren't converting into massive sales just yet, which is raising concerns at the Dearborn headquarters of the corporation. What then is the cause of the disconnect? Ford has committed billions of dollars to electric vehicles, with the goal of having 40% of global sales be electric by 2030. But those expectations are not entirely met by the state of affairs at the moment. Although EV sales are increasing, they are not yet at the predicted level to warrant the significant investments. More expensive EV models, such as the Mustang Mach-E and the soon-to-be F-150 Lightning, make up the majority of Ford's current lineup. These electric vehicles compete in a market where consumers on a tight budget may still choose gas or hybrid vehicles because of their lower initial prices, despite the EV's superior performance and sophisticated amenities. The manufacture and delivery of EVs are impacted by issues such as supply chain interruptions and chip shortages that affect the larger automotive market. Additionally, buyers may be reluctant to spend a premium on pricey EVs due to rising prices and economic uncertainty. Ford's EV goals face a special obstacle in North America. American consumers frequently have to pay more upfront for EVs and have fewer options for charging them, especially when they live outside of cities, in contrast to several European and Asian markets that have robust government subsidies and well-established charging infrastructure. This puts up a big barrier to widespread EV adoption. Although Ford's transition to electric vehicles hasn't been easy, the corporation has the ability to overcome the difficulties. Ford has the ability to transform the warnings into a call to action and propel their blue oval towards a very exciting future by persisting in their innovation, modifying their tactics, and attending to customer complaints. Recall that the switch to electric vehicles is intricate and varied. Ford's current situation serves as a prime example of the chances and difficulties that big automakers are facing during this revolutionary time. We can advance toward a clean and accessible electric future for everybody if we adopt a balanced viewpoint and concentrate on sustainable solutions. Production of the Ford F-150 Lightning, which was once considered as a revolution on wheels, has in fact been temporarily halted. Discussions over its future and Ford's larger electric vehicle strategy have been triggered by this. Let's go clearly through this complicated story. In order to address a battery safety concern relating to possible overheating, Ford has really stopped manufacture of the F-150 Lightning. This is a sensible move that puts quality and safety first. Increased material costs, fierce competition, and supply chain interruptions are some of the issues facing the larger EV market. These elements affect not just the F-150 Lightning, but also industry-wide production. It is naive to evaluate Ford's electric vehicle achievements exclusively on the basis of the F-150 Lightning's brief absence. Their commitment to growing the infrastructure for charging EVs, collaborations with battery makers, and investment in EVs across different market sectors demonstrate a more comprehensive approach. Ford is making every effort to find a solution to the battery safety issue and quickly get the F-150 Lightning back into production. Sustaining customer trust will need openness and prompt communication. Any business, including Ford, must continuously develop, learn from setbacks, and adjust to market input in order to prosper in the ever-changing EV marketplace. The iconic American car maker General Motors is facing a number of difficulties. From declining EV sales and layoffs to issues with self-driving cars, the business must make important decisions and deal with public criticism. Mary Barra leads the way as CEO through these challenging times. Many decisions require difficult trade-offs, but some have generated criticism and raised questions about the company's direction, such as the recent layoffs that involved more than 1,000 people. Barra must strike a balance between long-term investments in cutting-edge technologies like autonomous driving and EVs and the pressing need to meet urgent financial obligations. Finding the correct balance will be essential to negotiating the automotive industry's challenging shift. Sales of GM's electric vehicles haven't quite risen to the extraordinary levels predicted. This poor performance is caused by a number of issues, including intense competition, premium price in comparison to gas-powered rivals, and a lack of adequate charging infrastructure. It is essential to adjust to market realities. GM is collaborating to increase the infrastructure for charging EVs, such as the Chevrolet Bolt EV, and is looking into more reasonably priced EV options. Reversing the current situation will require addressing consumer concerns and expanding their EV offers. Although General Motors is facing a difficult situation, its history is not only one of setbacks and disappointments. The business can still lead itself to a successful future by exhibiting strategic decision-making, adjusting to market realities, and embracing innovation. In the EV market, GM and Ford are both having problems, as seen by production holdups, intense competition, and pricing issues. Both businesses are demonstrating their long-term commitment to EV development by making large expenditures in upcoming EV development. Since the EV business is still in its infancy and is predicted to grow quickly, these established players may have future prospects. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay connected with our journey through the world of innovation. Feel free to share your thoughts and comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned for more exciting insights into the world of technology and innovation.